Hello my Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Tool Maniac TV and Insta TV and other things that we do. Right, very important video today. Welcome, first of all, to the TM2GO Wall. We've had hundreds of inquiries for TM2GO and we've sold lots of them. During the journey, lots of questions have been asked. Does it do this? Does it do that? So in this video, and try and watch it throughout because you'll miss bits, right? I'm going to explain the various containers, what they do. We're then going to put an Electricians and a Plumbers kit together. Then we're going to explain how easy it is to get some Velcro into your van. And if you just bear with me one sec. I'm talking about this. This is 150 millimeters. You can see it on the wall here. Imagine that on the bulkhead of your van, the back doors, and so on and so forth. But we'll go into that in a bit. First off, the XL container, right? Not seen. This doesn't have the Velcro on the back. Right, because otherwise it would be too bulky and too heavy to carry. The Germans designed this one for plumbers, strangely enough, not necessarily electricians. Although, if you've watched Nick Bundy's video, he uses this for all his twatting sticks and things like that. But to give you an idea of the size, take down, you could physically get 4 quivers in there. And here's something I prepared earlier. So if we look at this, I'm only going to chuck them in. So there's 2, and then we'll borrow some off the wall. There's another. I have done this. Borrow another one. You can see as I'm taking them off, you imagine some Velcro in your van. You go, oh, I'll use those today. I'll use those. Now this will give you a rough idea. Now you could change these quivers, you could have pliers in one, or you could have just 2 quivers there. You've still got space here to put some of the tools. Let's say, as I'm going along with this, I'm going to be very sneaky. I'm going to show you some of the new stuff. You think this is Joker's spanner, don't you? Ooh, clock for that. This is one of the new sets of the adjustables, 6004 adjustables, not as you may have thought. So that could go in there, and that's still got your space. And then additionally, we can have the front box. You see the size of the front box. We'll fill one of these up later, you know, so that you can see. So this video is for you to get a real idea. I've had many a conversation with you guys and girls. And this time, some of the questions that have been asked, I'm going to try and answer them in video form, if that makes sense. So now we've got the front box on there, and then you've got the tall box, which, as you can see from here, it's the longest screwdriver, 200 mils or whatever long equipment that you've got. I do recommend that. It's not a lot of money. And then, you've obviously still got spare. This is again one of the new sets. We call these the twatting drivers, chisel drivers. About the only manufactured screwdriver that's made to be hit with a hammer. So that's one of the new ones. So now what you've got, you've still got space here to put some stuff. Might be one of the, ooh, should we really get them wound up, James? What do you reckon? You're thinking about, ooh, what's that one? Well, I'll tell you what that one is. And we've still got a few left over, by the way. I imagine that most of you have got the actual famous Tool Check Plus, but not a lot of you have actually got the Tool Check Plus pouch. That could go there. So you've now got all your kit to go to a particular job, and it's not heavy, it's totally portable. I like that. Or lastminute.com, you decide you don't want that, you want that. So it's just a case of sticking it on the side. Now, I'm making my wall look untidy. So that's, as you can physically see, the XL. Can you see now how the whole system starts to work as you decide what you're going to carry to the job, right? Now the same thing goes for the standard container 2, right? This is what we feature in the TM2GO promotional material. Again, lots of storage. This does come, all these come with the quiver. So you've got only 2 quivers in here. But if you've seen the pictures, which you have, of the TM2GO, all that kit goes in this or attaches to the side. So we'll pinch it. This Velcro lasts for ages, by the way. As you can hear it, can't you? So we'll bung some gear in there, right? Again, that's proof, isn't it? It is quite strong. So this is the standard kit. Now, go to Nick Bundy. He's done a different thing with his. This XL, he uses as his hammers. I think he's got a few drills in there. All his junky gear is in the big XL because it's a big old bag. This is his basic TM2GO, and then he uses another one of these container 2s just for his testing gear. Now, we don't have any testing gear, so imagine this full of testing gear. I think if I remember rightly from the video he did when he was here, this was all his wiring, his labels, testing labels were in there. Then he didn't have the quiver, so the quiver was out and all his kit was in there. And then, as he said, what he would do was just take his VDE 17, right, and that would go on. He would just plonk that on the side. So imagine that now is your testing bag. So you could have 2 of these. So it might not be that kit. You can change your mind. It might be a torque driver, it might be anything. So that's obviously a lot lighter. Again, it looks the part, doesn't it? You have to agree. It does not look the part. So the way we see it is that we had in our kit, we've got the 200mm. You could actually have one of your bendy screwdrivers in there as well. So I've just got this parked up somewhere. So that's the home of your bendy. Lots of people love this, by the way. And there is a new one. Just bear with me, James. I'm trying to get in some of the new products as well at the same time as telling you all about TM2GO. That is really very powerful. The bits, we had a demo, James and I had a demo at Wera UK. So, tight spot. You might not get in the space with that one. So, I think you should all have one of each, really. So, these are all, just get that out there. So this would be all your long stuff, as you can see. And then we'll have that. We're building up a TM2GO now. Up to the side. Now, the other thing you can do, and these are not a lot of money either, is you might only want to carry a few things to a job. What else will we possibly use? Maybe this. So you select off your wall, and that's tool carrier. So you might think, oh, I just need to go and check this job. So that's an add-on. However, it also doubles up as additional storage on the back. So you can have it either way. No, that way. So once you're packed out with all your bits and pieces, you know, using the sides, you're soon running out of space. You can use the back as well. So we could have, there's our main stuff. Then we've got the rest of the gear in there. Again, it's still not that heavy to carry. But building it, we could have our focus spanners on there, and we just select what we want. And we've got, oh, this is the new one. I'm going to wind you up. This is a window kit. Typical of Wera, isn't it? I'll tell you. That is a specific window kit. I like that actually.
Getting close.
We are, aren't we? Yeah. I'll tell you what though, just to wind you up. I don't know how many of you are into guitars, but this is typical Wera, isn't it? How many of you got guitars? A guitar kit, guitar maintenance kit. How wonderful is that? You could strip and rebuild any guitar with this stuff. I think one guy did say there was, I only put that up there to wind you up. So, let's put our window kit. Where can we put that? We can't, can we? I'll put that in there. I could have my wrenches, pliers, and everything else in there. I could have that on there. So we're still, it's the portability I like about this. So I'm carrying quite a bit of gear there. But if you've got this in your van, I think Nick's got it on his back doors. There's a couple of guys, Paul, he's got it on just as you open his back doors, or the bulkhead where your sliding door is. Just mount that, got all your product. Here's one I prepared earlier. This is an Electricians TM2GO, as you've seen many a time in the pictures that we send you to wind you up. So what we've got here is our VD17 with the Nipex pliers. We've got our little neat, which if you've got that sitting in your van and you go and knock on the door of a customer for the first time, you might just want to take that with you. Very handy. Lots of electricians that I know and plumbers use this, the famous KK20. It's a nice little piece of kit, this. You know, just so useful, isn't it? And you just put that on your belt if you have to. You might want to take the VD17 with you as well. That's got the lovely 6-way Nipex. I love that piece of kit. Now, I'm not saying that you take all this, you don't need to, but as we said earlier, what we've got in here is our magnetizer, our twin key set, all the little peripherals. If you don't buy the pouch for the Tooljet Plus, you've got that in there. You've got your bits, you've got your hex, and then we've got our joker spanners, we've got all our pliers, crimpers, pipe cutters, our VD screwdrivers. Keep saying this, and I've said it to everyone, which is why we've got the XL configurator. It's customizable to you. Lots of people have already got quite a few Wera VDs, or standard Wera. So if you want the copy, I want a copy of the configurator, please give us a shout. And we've got this here. This is the toolbox in the Vertigo 7 with obviously when you need them. Again, you can take that off, get yourself some Velcro in the van, stick it there. I've added to the back, now you can see how the tool carrier comes in. This is not something that people use. This is one of my favourite pieces of kit. I do like that. I've got one of those in the car. I haven't used it yet. Again, some people said, well, I don't do panels. This is something you want, but you're not going to use it every day. But it's that one time when you know, God, I could do with one of those micro screwdrivers. That, I think, from the conversations I've had, people have bought these, but they've now got them in their van Velcro, if you want to call it that. But I've just put this whole thing together to show you what it looks like. So you're now fully kitted up. You've got everything you'd ever want, and I think it's chunky when everything's loaded up. But the other thing that people have said is the compliments the customer gives the electrician or the plumber when they walk in with something like this. God, you look efficient. You can't say you don't. So, yeah, could I carry that? Yeah, easily. But that's a fully loaded one. But now at least you can see the portability. The fact is you can add, subtract, only take in what you need. You can even go, I always say that these are so cheap for what they are. I'm going to go and view a job for the first time. I might just have one. I'll tell you, this Velcro is really tough. So I'll have one of them and one of them. And you walk into the customer's house, and at least you've got some tools to play with. Ooh, and a measure tape, and tape up the job. Versatile, ecosystem friendly. I think, I have said this many a time, I think if you're a plumber and you've got to haul a load of gear a long way, maybe a Rokisaki sort of Vito-ish, lots of our plumbers buy the Nipex and Wera offers, but their preference is because, as we all know, plumbers carry a lot heavier tools than an electrician would. So the idea of a Rokisaki solution, yeah. But for me, I think this whole Go system is where it's all at. Let me just go through a few other bits and pieces. This is the new, these are the new packaging kits. Again, they didn't come in a pouch before, they do now. So what we've got is your selection. So VDE stainless, standard. Ooh, and you get a bottle opener with each one. And chisel drivers. The other thing is, we've now got the full range of these little babies. And we have got the small, there's another one. It's not in this pack, but there's another one that's just come in. So there's a full range of those now, the 6004s. And then we get to the fact is, how am I going to put that in my van? But the whole idea, as this is why we explained it this way. Well, there's another new one. I missed out here, Jane. Just a small pack, right? Which could be the one you used if you buy one of these and put all your testing gear in. That's all you need, isn't it? Just to kick off. I like this. This is quite a nice. That's just the right number of blades, all in the store. So. I think you wouldn't want to. I've just lifted that whole bag up with everything in it. I don't think you'd you do it. But it's the versatility of this ecosystem that allows you to add and subtract. A lot of you have come to us, you have seen Dan's video, you've seen Nick's video, you've seen Nick here at the studio when we laid all out. He had 3 bags. So it was twatting gear, standard TM2GO, container with just an electrician. And then, of course, if you know someone starting off for the first time as an apprentice, you can start with that. You can then add this. Bear with me. So you start with a basic bag, £72. I tell you this.
Have some biceps after this.
Oh, will do. So start off with a basic bag. I would suggest basic bag and the BGE 17 as an apprentice. Maybe some of the pliers, the obvious Nipex pliers. Budget yourself to about £300 or £400. Quiver, you can add to that, but it's a building system, isn't it? It's an eco building system, James, in terms of, and if you're working with a really nice guy, you can always ask him for his cast off, can't you? So, you're all going to have a few questions on this one, but this effectively is why we're so excited. Once people have bought it, I always make a point of ringing them up and saying, how's it going? How's it going? Any problems? Is there anywhere we can modify it? No, everyone's made up. Everyone is really happy with what they purchased. But I just thought we'd do a kind of drill into it type of video. And I think you should get yourself some 150 mil. So you can put all your little toys in place. What do you reckon, James? You buying one?
Giving me a pay rise?
No.
There you go. Can't afford it.
There you go. So we are going to add, for those of you who've already received the recent configurator, we're going to add a lot of new product to that, because since we originally did that, there's lots of new Nipex products that have come out, very much based on the electricians and plumbers market. So give us a couple of days, because we're a bit busy with the store swap over. Now, a lot of you who've been buying off us for a long time, we've now moved the store. So bear with us, there's going to be a few hiccups, but we're going to get around them. Aren't we, James? Good man.
Hope so.
It's his job.
No.
So there you have it. There you have it. So there we got, just to recap, the XL gives you an idea of the size of the XL. This is what you get in standard format. The one that we've been posting tool porn pictures of. And then of course the other thing is you can arrange this how you want. It's totally customizable, as I said. Here's a little sneak preview of some of the new products. Let me get that out of the way. Which, are they in store yet?
Not as yet.
No.
They will be.
No.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yes.
We have a little bit of stock as well for the new stuff. Just a sample stock.
You're just teasing them now, Andy. That's not fair.
Oh.
Stop it.
I know, mate. I know. It's like everyone that walks in here goes, oh shit, tool porn. Did we start that? I think we started that, didn't we, with the S15 Sonic?
Yeah.
Really winding people up. So, okay, boys and girls, if you've got any questions, you know my phone numbers. We'll be sending this video out, giving you a nudge on it, because it sort of at least gives you an idea of what the ecosystem from Wera is all about. We just added Nipex and called it our own. There you go. Stay safe.